Hi students, this is Ram Mohan, JL in History, Government Junior College, Kachiguda. Today we are discussing History Model Question Paper. Okay, first year History Model Question Paper. In this, already 100 marks paper, maximum marks 100 marks, time given for 3 hours. The question paper covers here 150 marks, but you have to write here only 100 marks, maximum marks 100 only. Here, the question paper carries 3 sections, section A, section B and section C. Total 3 sections are available. In section A, answer any 3 of the following questions. Normally, 5 questions provided, you have to write 3, but this time the choice is more in all sections, even section B and section C also. So total long questions are provided here, 6 long questions. Among them, you choose here only 3. So 3 tens are 30 marks. So each question carries 10 marks, total 30 marks. If you write 3 questions in easy way, definitely you can get here 30 marks. So answer any 3 of the following questions, not exceeding here 40 lines each. So more or less you can write, no problem. But each question here carries 10 marks and maximum marks here in this section 30 marks only. Moving to section B. Okay. In section B, you can get 40 marks. Total 8 questions you have to write. Each question carries here 5 marks. Okay. Section A, 10 marks. Here, one question carries only 5 marks. So here you have to write answers 8 of the following questions. Here, not exceeding 20 lines each. Okay, this is the instruction. And here each question carries 5 marks, so that you can get here 8 5s are 40 marks. From section 30 marks. From section B, you can get here 40 marks. Total 70 marks. Now moving to the one more section, that is the section C. From this section, answer any 15 of the following questions, not exceeding 5 lines each. So each question here carries only 2 marks. Total questions you have to write here 15 to 30 marks. So from section C, the students can get here 30 marks. So total, now you observe, from section A 30, from section B 40, from section C 30. Total marks 100, maximum marks 100. So that the choice is 150 marks total. You have to write 100 marks only, and moving to the pass marks 35. So this is the model question paper, section A, section B and section C. Now we are going through the question and the long questions, and going to short questions and very short questions. Section wise, now you observe, easily you can understand total how many questions are there and how many questions you are going to write. Now we are going to discuss. Moving to section A again. Already, here total 6 questions are available and each question carries 10 marks. You have to write only 3. If you write extra question, means that is 4 or 5th question also you can write, but only consider only 3 questions only. So each question carries here only 10 marks, total 30 marks you can get from section A. Now just look at here, total 6 questions are available in section A. Okay, these questions are called long answer type questions. Okay, what do you say? Long answer type questions. These are all long questions. You can observe here, total 6 questions are there. Okay, now I am reading the first question. Write about the salient features of Indus Valley civilization. Write about the salient features of Indus Valley civilization. That is the first question. Question number 2. What are the causes for the origin of Jainism and Buddhism? Moving to the third question, bring out the main features of Maurya's administration. And moving to the question number 4, explain the military achievements of Samudragupta. And question number 5, write an essay on Sher Shah's administration. And moving to last one, write an account of the non-cooperation movement in 1920 to 1922. So total 6 long questions are there here. Okay, out of 6 long questions, now you can select any 3 long questions to write in answer booklet. Okay, this is long answer type questions. So first one, Indus Valley Civilization, chapter number 2. Here you have to write all the important features of Indus Valley Civilization. Chapter 3, you see here, what are the causes of the origin of Jainism and Buddhism? There are 2 great religions started by the founders, Gautama Buddha and Vardhamana Mahavira. So, what factors contributed to the origin of Jainism and Buddhism? You have to write the answer to the second question. Moving to the important question, that is the Maurya's administration. So, the important Mauryan rulers like Maurya Chandragupta, Ashoka, and what administration they implemented, started, and what schemes they provided, and what is their military strength, society, and everything you are going to write here in the main features of Mauryan administration. Moving to the Gupta chapter number 5, that is Samudragupta's achievements. Among all Gupta rulers, Samudragupta is considered and compared with Napoleon of France. He is Indian Napoleon. So, here achievements, the northern achievements as well as southern achievements also you have to write this answer book. Now moving to from Mughal dynasty, there is an important question, that is Sher Shah's administration. So, Sher Shah was a great ruler. Of course, he belonged to Afghan, but even though after Humayun, he started his empire, okay, in Mughal dynasty. So, what programs, what schemes, what administration he started, you have to write. Moving to the sixth one, that is non-cooperation movement, which was started by Mahatma Gandhi during the Indian freedom struggle, started from 1920 and ended in 1922. So, what programs Mahatma Gandhi inculcated during this movement? So, total 6 long questions are there. Out of 6, you choose only 3 to write in answer booklet, and each question carries here 10 marks, total 30 marks. From these long answer type questions you are going to get. Now, section B. Okay. After section A, moving to the section B. Already you know here the questions are short answer questions, and the following questions here, each question carries only 5 marks. So, when you are writing the answer, not exceeding 20 lines each. So, total 40 marks from this section you are going to get. Now, look at the questions. Here, already we completed the number 6 in long questions. The number starts with a 7. Okay, don't get confusion here. Whenever you are going to write, okay, the question and answer in answer booklet, write the question number from question paper. Don't write serial number. Don't write your number. Write the question number as it is in answer book. Okay. Example, this is the 7th question in short answer type questions. It's the first question in the short answer, but number is 7. So, while writing, you write the number of 7 only. So, discuss the importance of history. That is 7th question from chapter 1. And 8th question, that is the Rajia Sultana, okay, a great administrator. How? Okay, how was Rajia Sultana a great administrator You see, this is from Delhi Sultan chapter. Moving to the the short notes on Indus script. Question number 9, that is the short notes on Indus script. So, Indus Valley civilization, the people are Harappa people, Dravidians. They invented the art of writing. So, where they wrote and what sources they left for to know about themselves. That is, you are going to write the short notes on Indus script. Now moving to the question number 10, that is write the short note on Vedic literature. So after Indus Valley civilization, you see, Vedic culture, Vedic civilization started. So what are the important literature like Vedas, Vedangas, Upanishad, okay, Upavedas, these are all things. Now moving to the question number 11, that is examine the causes for the rise of Magadha. So Magadha Empire was the first and biggest empire in the world. Sorry, in ancient India, this Magadha Empire rised because there are some factors contributed to the rise of Magadha. One is intellectual, ambitious kings, iron, the soil, rivers, elephants. They're all important features which helped a lot to rise Magadha Empire. That is question number 11. Okay. 7th one, important of history. 8th one, Rajya Sultana. 9th one, Indus script. Script nothing but the style of writing. And next one, Vedic literature. Moving to 11th question, that is the rise of Magadha. Now moving to the 12th question, that is, what are the causes for the decline of Gupta Empire? You know, the Gupta Empire, like the great rulers like Samudragupta, Chandragupta I, Chandragupta II. After that, you know, when Hunas invaded many times, that is the great cause for the decline of Gupta Empire. So that what are the factors here? What are the causes here? Contributed a lot for the decline of Gupta Empire. Now moving to the next one, Harshavardhana. The 13th question, Harshavardhana, you see, after Gupta dynasty, Pushyabhuti dynasty emerged in North India. In Pushyabhuti dynasty, the important personality, Harshavardhana, okay, who brought the entire North India under one umbrella and who invaded, who defeated several kings, and especially he supported, encouraged Buddhism and conducted for every 5 years Sarvasadvana, Mahamoksha Parishad, and about his writings. They're all going points you are going to write in this question. That is about Harshavardhana, question number 13. Now moving to the question number 14. Analyze the position of women during the time of Rajputs. So Rajputs were very powerful rulers in ancient India, in modern India also, especially in medieval India. They played a great role. Okay, even though their position, especially the women position, was okay, not good, not sound. So what are the social evils or existed prevalent in the society? You are going to write in this question. That is question number 14, especially the position of women during the Rajputs. Now question number 15, trace the development of local self-government under the Cholas. So Chola kingdom was very powerful kingdom in South India. You see, Chalukyas, Pallavas and Cholas. These are the three important kingdoms in South India. Among them, Cholas only started a local government. They only first time in India, they started and given lot of priority to the local administration. So you can say they are the pioneers of local administration in ancient India, and in modern India, many rulers also brought the important features of Cholas, their administration from them. So here, Cholas local government is very, very important question. So many times this question is repeated, so that concentrate on question number 15, that is the Cholas local self-government. And moving to the 16th question from Delhi Sultans, that is explain Balban's theory of kinship. You see, Balban was very powerful ruler in Delhi Sultans. After Qutbuddin Aibak, Raja Sultana, Iltutmish, you see, Balban was very powerful because he implemented so many provisions, so many rules from Persia. So the Persian traditions, the Persians culture, he implemented in the court of Delhi. So that not only that, his language is about the court, about his invasions. You are going to write this question. That is Balban's theory of kinship. Now moving to the question number 15, write about Ashtapradhans. Ashtapradhan, Ashta, 8, Pradhans, nothing but ministers. Total 8 ministers were appointed by Shivaji to look after the administration. So after Shivaji, you see, these are the 8 ministers were very, very important. These 8 ministers were appointed by Shivaji to empower the Maratha kingdom. These people played a significant role. These people are Pishwa, Amatya, Mantri, Sachiva, Sumant, Panditrao, Senapati, Nyayadish. These 8 ministers, and among them, Pishwa was very powerful and he supervised the rest of the portfolios, rest of the ministers. So after Shivaji, after the king of Maratha, Pishwa played great role. So among them, Pishwa very important. You have to write and their duties also. While writing their names and write their duties, write their responsibilities also while attempting this question. That is Ashta Pradhan, especially in Shivaji's. Now moving to the write a note on the judiciary system during the company rule. So 11th chapter, Advent of Europeans. From this chapter, 5 more question is given, that is a judiciary system during the company rule. So East India Company, in the name of East India Company, the Britishers came to India, they settled here, they started trade and business. Later they occupied entire India and they started here a different rule, completely European style of rule. So here judiciary system first time implemented, like Robert Clive, Warren Hastings. Later Cornwallis also here made a lot of changes. So these things you are going to write in this question. Now moving to the 19th question, list out the results of 1857 revolt. 1857 revolt, chapter number 13, you see 1857 revolt. This 1857 revolt had great significance because the Indian freedom struggle or Indian national freedom fight started with the Sipai Mutiny. So 1857 mutiny is called as Sipai Mutiny because Sipai started the mutiny. Sipai started the revolt, especially Mangal Pandey, who started the revolt. And later, many people joined, many people, participated. So this, what results given? What are the results? Political results or economical? So total results you are going to write in 1857 revolt. And who are the important personalities who faced here British administration, who faced here their policies, their brutal policies? Like doctrine of lapse, subsidiary alliance, like that. There are number of policies they implemented. So against these policies, how they revolted, started, and where the Sipai Mutiny was started, expanded, extended into other parts of India, and later you have to write the results Okay, this question. Now moving to the question number 20, that is give an account of the contribution of Swami Vivekananda. You see, Swami Vivekananda, social religious movement, you see, in this chapter, there are great societies, samajas were established by different personalities like Raja Ramohan Rai, Brahma Samaj, Arya Samaj, founded by Swami Dayananda Saraswati. Like that, Swami Vivekananda also established a great mission, that is Ramakrishna Mission. So later, many programs, many charities he started. In the name of Ramakrishna, his Guru, what programs he designed and how he gave a wonderful speech in America, okay, especially in Chicago in 1893. And after that, his life, his charity mission completely changed. So, you write about Swami Vivekananda's contribution to Indian culture, Indian freedom fight also. How he started, how he diverted the attention of the Indian youth toward the, okay, these social changes. So, total short answer questions here you observed up to 20. Later 21, that is Indian National Congress. After that, 22 question is very, very important, that is map. So, question number 22 is compulsory. Okay. Total here question number 7 to 22. Total 15 questions are there. Out of 15, you have to write only 8 questions. 8 5s of 40. So, section B gives here 40 marks. Okay. Now, see the question number 21. Discuss the origin and objectives of Indian National Congress. So, the origin of Indian National Congress, INC, that is Alan Octavian Hume. He started INC. And later, what are the objectives of the Indian National Congress? You are going to write question number 21. Now moving to the important one, 22, that is a compulsory question. Each and every student has attempt here. Question number 22, that is compulsory. That is Indian map. So, map is provided for you, Indian map, outline map only outline, no political, okay. Only outline map is provided for every student. But in this map also, there is a choice. First one, A. In the given map, you see Ashoka Empire. Locate the following places in the given map. Here, options Kalinga, Pataliputra, Takshashila, Sanchi, Ujjaini. Okay, 5 places of Ashoka here provided. You have to locate the places in the given map. And you locate here Ashoka's empire, means the boundaries of Ashoka empire, you draw it in the map. Later, you point out or you write it, the names of the places. Okay. So, here Kalinga given, Pataliputra, Takshashila, Sanchi and Ujjain. These are the important places of Ashoka's life. Kalinga. This Kalinga war, first war of Ashoka, one and only war he did, first and last, that is Kalinga only. In 261 BC, first time Ashoka invaded over Kalinga. He annexed here Kalinga. Later, he changed his intention and started migrated or converted into Buddhism, and he supported, encouraged Buddhism. Because of Kalinga, this place had lot of significance in Ashoka's life. So that's what this was given. Pataliputra. Here, Pataliputra is in modern Patna, is the capital city of Mauryans. So that this Pataliputra also given. Takshashila. This place, Ashoka, he was a prince. He worked as a viceroy, where his father was ruling the entire Maurya kingdom. So, Takshashila, place of Ashoka while he was a prince. Sanchi, here a great stupa he founded, that Sanchi stupa. In the world, the biggest stupa is located in Sanchi only. Ujjaini is also located in Madhya Pradesh. So, these are the important places of Ashoka's life. That's what these important places provided in question paper. You have to identify these places on given map. Later, you see, identify the following places of Akbar Empire. So one more important king in Indian history, that is Akbar. So from Mughal dynasty, Akbar was very powerful. So his places you see Delhi, Panipat, Kandahar, Kandan and Malwa. These are the important places of Akbar. So that either A or B, any, okay, choose here from Ashoka's map or from Akbar map. Any one you choose. Here, provided map. In this map, you have to write the names. If you select Ashoka's, then write here if it is Kalinga. So Kalinga is here in Orissa. Okay, in the Orissa map, here Kalinga. So write here A Kalinga. Okay, later you go to Pataliputra. Pataliputra is nothing but present Bihar. So here you write Pataliputra. Moving to Takshashila. So Takshashila is now in Pakistan. So that out of India, you write, you locating Takshashila Sea. Now moving to the Sanchi and Ujjaini. These are the places of Madhya Pradesh. So write here Sanchi and Ujjaini. Like that, you write the name. Don't locate A, B, C, D, E. Okay? Don't write A, B, C. Write the name, the full name. Kalinga, Takshashila, Ujjaini, Sanchi, Pataliputra. So, locate first of all and write name. Okay? Now, after that, Akbar. If you choose here Akbar's empire, the important places of Akbar, write here Delhi, Panipat, Kandahar, wherever it is. Okay, these are the these are the questions available in short answer type questions. Total 15 questions are there. Out of 15, you have to write 8. So questions, 7 questions you have to write, one map compulsory. Okay, 7 questions you have to write plus one map, total 8 questions. If you write 8 questions without writing map, they consider only 7 questions, not 8. So remember students, only you have to write 7 questions plus 1, that is map. So for map also, here providing 5 marks. So total 40 marks you can get from the section B. Now moving to the section C. Here 15 questions you are going to write. Total questions 25. Normally 20 questions. This time 5 questions are increased here. Total 25 questions. Out of 25, you have to write 15. That is total 30 marks. Okay. Here you see, write about Himalayas. Epigraphy. Write about Lothal, Vedas, Tirthankara, Triratnas, Ajatashatru, Kalinga War. Next, write about the contribution of Harisena. 32 question, importance of Rajatarangini. Next, rock cut temples of Mahabalipuram. 34th question, write about Kutubuddin Aibak. Moving to 35, that is give an account of Alai Darwaza. 36th question, Guru Nanak principles. 37th question, write about importance of Babar Nama. Question number 38, discuss the glory of Taj Mahal. Question number 39, that is write about Dadaji Kondadev. 39, write about Dadaji Kondadev. Question number 40, write about Treaty of Purandar. Moving to 41, that is write about the provision of the Treaty of Srirangapattanam. 42 question, write about Black Hole Tragedy. Question number 43, write about Mangal Pandey's role as a soldier who started revolt, 1857 revolt. And moving to question number 44, that is analyze the work done by Jyotiba Phule. And question number 45, that is write about Dadabhai Nauroji, the Grand Old Man of India, Dadabhai Nauroji. Question number 46, write about Gadar Party. Gadar means revolt. Question number 46. Now moving to the question number 47, write about Champaran Satyagraha. Total questions 47 from section A to section C. Total questions in a question paper, 47 questions are there. from 1 to 6, section A, long questions. From 7 to 22, short questions. From 23 to 47, you see, these questions are very short questions. So total, you observed 100 marks, maximum marks, 100 marks paper, the choice, 50% choice already available. So you can get 100 marks if you attempt all question answers. And from section A, 30, from section A, 40, from section C, 30. Again, total 100 marks. This is the model question paper of first year history.